Hi and welcome to the shed. Now today what I want to be doing is to be getting on with the bodywork, specifically in trying to move towards cutting the bodywork in half. The problem at the moment is the body's outside, it's cold out there, it's wet out there, and for most of the time it's dark out there, which means I can do very little at all with it. In theory I could get it into the shed, but to do that I'd have to move all the bikes outside the shed for weeks on end, so that's not happening to work in there. So stage one, let's have a look at it and then see what can be done. Right, first things first is I need to get that battery box out of there if I can, so I can get the remainder of this floor mat out. And looking at it like this with the doors off, it's not actually as bad as I thought it was in terms of working space, and maybe I can do it as it is. Really it's yeah, maybe I don't actually need to split it at all. That would save me an awful lot of work. Okay, so battery box is out and swept up the worst of the rubbish from in here. Pulled the cable out, got rid of the cable clips that were all rusted out. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this wiring. It looks as though all the rear wiring might just plug into this one multi-plug here. Which will be good if it is the case, and it does look like it is, because that means I can actually leave all the rear lights and such, and fuel tank sender and all that sort of stuff plugged in for the time being. Take that, coil that up and put it in the back out of the way and allow me to concentrate on the front. I need to get the pedal box out, give it a bit of a refresh. It's looking a little bit rusty down there, and then I'm sort of rapidly approaching the nightmare that is the wiring loom, and that's going to be quite interesting. So at the moment I'm just having a play with some of the old rusty nuts and bolts. This is the reinforcing plate for the seatbelt mounting. The seatbelts here, which will need replacing, but because this mounting plate has completely rusted away, I need to make a new plate to fit that, which I'm sure will be fun. So I need to buy some steel plate of the appropriate thickness. I think it was 2, it might have been 3mm. I can always measure it, but I do actually have the spec, because I asked the guy who used to make these, and he gave me a drawing and the dimensions, so I can make that up. But for now I'm just going to see what I can do to remove some of these bolts back here. This is the upper seatbelt mounting bracket. It runs up here, and there's a cross brace runs down to the chassis that I took off before. Right, so this is the what's left of the mounting bracket. Had a reinforcing gusset here, and the seatbelt mount was mounted to a bracket on it, and this is all scrap. Right, I've got a couple of rusted out seat mountings here. I'm going to have to get brutal with, get the angle grinder onto them, because although these A2 stainless bolts have survived very well, as you saw, even considering how rusty everything was around them, they came undone perfectly well. Here they've been screwed into standard steel, and it's just gone to mush, and there's nothing to grip anymore, and it's rusted tight. So angle grinder time, get rid of these, and then it's over to the other side and get that out, and then really it'll stop looking quite so messy, and give me something to actually work on. Okay, Speedo, I had to pull it forward a bit to get the Speedo cable out. Dash wiring is now disconnected from the main loom. Joy of multi-connectors, that's how it should be done, but I'm going to have to replace all of this, I think. Well, we'll see, but I don't know what half of this does. And there's taped off wires and connectors and stuff, so I don't know, but that can come out of the way now. Just had to grind one bolt off there because it wasn't stainless and it had just rusted onto the nut, and the nut rounded off, and really difficult to get at onto these because they're buried way under here and you can't really reach. So reinforcing plate is off. Some test holes I see, and the pedal box is now free with the reservoir taken off the master cylinder here. So and all the cables disconnected. There we go. Right, so pedal box. So it's not too bad actually. Just could do with a bit of a clean up and a refresh. And that's about it for under here. The wiring is still here. I think it's the wiring I might leave for the bit, but we'll see, make plans for that. So, okay, that's taken quite a long time today to actually get to where we are. But made some progress, so that's all good. Great, well thanks for watching, and catch you guys again later.